Every little thing is gonna be alright. What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Kayla, and I am back here again with another video. And I want to make a part 2 to my latest video because I don't think enough people heard me. I don't think enough people heard the word of the Spirit speaking to them. So I'm gonna make another video. And I had a few failures in my lifetime. Over the last couple of months, I had some failures. I've been failing, or I did fail, but God brought me up with His love, grace, and mercy. So about 6 months ago, I was working, and I was in a toxic environment where other people were always against each other, and everybody was for themselves. And the word states that if the house is against one another, if everybody in that house is against one another, then that house will be broken and it will be division in the house. You get what I'm saying? A house that is divided is a house that is broken. So, with that being said, I was feeling like, oh, y'all not for me and I'm not for you. So I don't think I belong there. And I'm very passionate about what I do. I love what I do. And I am good at what I do. And I am saying that humbly. But at the same time, I was letting other people's opinions get the best of me. So I decided to quit. Yep, I decided to quit. And little did I know, that was not God's plan for my life for me to quit. I didn't ask God, could I quit? I didn't go to Him and pray before I made that impulsive decision. And don't get me wrong, I was enjoying my little, I probably quit for was unemployed for a month and a half. And I was enjoying my little unemployment time because I get to focus on me. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, that's what they get. They don't need me. I don't need them. They need me. You get what I'm saying? Being arrogant and cocky and stuff like that. So, as time was going on, as I was being unemployed, I began putting in applications for other positions. I'm thinking in my head, yeah, I got this. I can get any job I want. But God ain't say that for me. God ain't tell me that I could get any job I want. My flesh was telling me that I could get any job that I want. So I started applying for other positions, remote positions, work from home positions, health positions. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, I never heard anything back from the employee. But that one time, I did get an interview with a different employer, and I did not pass that interview. I did not get the job. And I felt like that was one of my best interviews that I did. And I wasn't understanding why I did not get that job, why I did not get that promotion. But it wasn't God's destiny for me. It wasn't God's plan for my life. So then I started to pray to God, like, God, what you want me to do? Because I knew I had to work. I knew I had to, put my time somewhere in a meaningful way. And I started to ask God, like, God, what do you want me to do? Because I'm sitting here home, not doing nothing with my life, and I feel worthless. A lot of times when people don't work, and I'm one of those people, a lot of times when I don't work, I feel worthless because that's just the type of person I am. And God said that your work and labor will not go in vain. God said to work hard for 6 days and to rest on the 7th day. So what that means is that you're meant to work. You're meant to have a job. You're meant to have an impactful job, a meaningful job, something that will bring glory to God. And that's something that I had to realize after the fact that I quit. So I began praying to God about my circumstance, about why I was still unemployed and why I couldn't get a job and this, that, and the third. And God told me, go back to your former workplace. I'm like, what? I don't want to go back to my former workplace. They don't appreciate me, and everybody is for themselves. So, we got to be obedient. We got to be obedient to the Most High because He knows what's best for us. And He told me to go back to my former workplace. So it took me a lot of time to really reach out to my former employee to say that I want my job back. Because of the ego. Sometimes we gotta put our ego to the side and do the things that God is instructing us to do because He knows what's best for our lives. He knows what's best for us than we know what's best for us. So I finally reached out to my employee and they welcomed me back, and I just realized I should never quit from the jump because that was not God's plan for my life. And when you do things like that, you stop your own blessings. You stop progress towards your breakthrough because you are interfering with God's plan for your life. If God is telling you to stay where you are at, then stay where you are at. If God is telling you to be still, then be still. If God is telling you to put it in His hands, then put it in His hands because He knows what's best for you. It's not your time yet. It's not your time yet to think that you can go out and make things move in your own hands and your own powers. Because we are working under God's strength. We are working under God's power over our life. And if He's telling you to be still and to surrender, what you think you need to do, sis? You need to be still and you need to surrender. Right? So that's one of my testimonies and one of my failures that I